Namaste, Jayapal. This American Vice President J.D. Vance seemed to have expressed the idea of servant class, most likely directly meaning us, people of power. Well, servant class, yeah, it's true for some time in between when you have stolen all our riches and impoverished us and abused the hospitality and goodness of the Hindus in Bharat. There were times when you were rich, we were poor, like the Africans told to the Christian missionaries. That when you came to Africa, you had the book in your hand, we had the land. And when you left Africa, or after some time, we had the book in our hand and you had the land. This is what you had been doing, and this you don't call a civilization. At least I don't call a civilization. This is exploitation, loot, unscrupulous destruction of civilizations which you do not understand. Because in order to understand the Sanskriti of Bharat, the civilization of Bharat, you need some basic knowledge structure which you don't have. To go back to history, the people of America are a synthetic unity of various people from different places, mainly, chiefly from England, and they still must be wanting to think the Anglo-Saxons as the Brahmins among so-called the people. All the stories, narratives you create for your own comfort, your own thought comforts. But then you have the audacity of calling it as a servant class. Yeah, but we made it servant class, but because of your barbarians, that's what made us servant class. You're barbarians. Go back to history, you are not less than any kind. You are barbarians to begin with. Who gave you civilization? Not civilized. Even if when you got the religion, you don't have a religion at all to begin with in the first place. When you had a religion, you went into the darkness. Because the religion started treating as barbarians, and the religious leaders themselves was barbaric to the great extent. Why should I explicate? Why should I give reasons? It's there in front of you. And his wife, I don't know, is a Hindu name, but the name is a Hindu name. And in spite of that connection, this idea, if he carries in his mind, that's why he happened to speak. He carries his mind. Don't think in terms of superiority which you are not. Superiority among human beings comes from Sanskriti. It comes from culture which you don't have. When you compare with us, we let us say that you don't have at all. And whatever we think you have is not yours. But whatever we think as ours are ours exclusively. Even the missiles are ours, not borrowed. When you have money, you think you have everything. When you have money, you can buy technology, and you have a technological edge and advantage of others because you are already rich. How the money you brought, you hardly understand. It's through swindling, exploitation, looting, etc. all over the world. That's how most of the people in many areas in this world become rich by taking others' property, not through hard work, not through their own sweat and even tears. We have done all those things, and we have taken our property to become rich. Whosoever has looted us, talking about whosoever has looted us, talking about such people. So this is calling a servant class. Yeah, we are dignified servants that way. That's because you looted us, took away our own riches, and for some time remained as masters for some time. But throughout the history, no matter how difficult my nation was undergoing, whichever heartbeat, you could, or no one could ever subjugate the people of our united. That could not happen, and that would not happen. Now, that's the situation that you are facing. You think that we are like you. Not that the case. You will be easily subjugated. You will be easily surrendered. You are that sturdy enough to stand. But we withstood the test of time and came out successful through this. And you call us 7th class, you should be ashamed of yourselves to be in speaking such things. Remember, if you are 7th class, we are much better than you in many things. Skin color doesn't elevate you to moon. Yeah, you're already in moon with foolishness in the upper planet. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.